if you are someone who's just starting their careers or someone who's looking to restart their career with more power, the 3 key questions that we're going to be covering today might just be the answer you're looking for. So let's welcome our guest. Hi Varun, thank you for joining us. And let's jump straight into the core of our meeting today. If there's one regret that you have from your many years in the industry that you want to share, something you learned from it and an advice that our audience can take back from it.
First of all, thank you Prakriti for having me. The regret which I could think of is not having a mentor per se. Till 12th you always have your best teacher or supporting teacher in your school who can guide you, help you through your subjects or through whatever they can feel missing in you. But in college I didn't find anyone. Coming from a B grade college was a demerit, but somehow I made it because of the schoolwork I did. But losing the mentor, I think, or getting not a good mentor in your early career is sometimes becomes a problem for you because you don't know the navigation of how to continue with your career.
Got it. So there are 2 things that I'm taking away from this. One is the power of having a mentor and being proactive in choosing your mentors to guide you through the life's journey. The second one, which is more like a question, even if your start wasn't that great, you've come a long way, you've made amazing success and progress. What would you attribute that to, and something that our listeners can also take back?
First of all, the success is a very wide word. I would not say I am still very successful in my eyes, but I think the one word which comes to my mind is your character. The core of yourself you cannot change. Any study cannot change you. Any external influence cannot change you. Whatever upbringings have made you, whatever you have seen or experienced throughout your existence, will be the very important factors in making your decisions, in making your per usual for anything. So for me, I understood it the very hard way that the character is something which goes the long way, which no technology can break, which no external pressure can break, which no dream can break.
So I think character before competence. You have to focus more.
I totally agree with it. I mean, competence you can any day if you put your mind into it, you will get it. Sooner or later, you will definitely get it. But the character is the pursuing of that dream or that activity which you want to continue.
Correct. And so during this journey, were there any mistakes that you made or any advice that, hey guys, this is a mistake you must make and you must make early in your career?
I can take example of my kid. Whenever I daily see him, he's just 2 years old. So whenever I daily see him, I see him making a lot of mistakes, and from that he is learning. The important thing is that he doesn't know that it is a mistake. The moment you start and putting that activity as a mistake, as a grown-up, you try to avoid it.
Yeah.
And I don't put a limit to any age to make mistakes. You should make mistakes. Otherwise, there is no easy way of learning things. You can read a book, you can get things from people, you can get things from institutions. Right now we have GPT to have a very intelligent brain per se. But it is only you as a person who has to do things, who has to put your hands into it, brains into it. You fail, you learn, then you improvise.
Got it. You took an example of your kid.
Yeah.
So what I'm taking back from this is kids they don't know they're making mistakes and they're not afraid to learn. They're very curious. So my understanding from your answer was we have to always keep a continuous learning mindset, keep learning. You want to talk a little bit about how your growth and learning journey has been like? How do you spend time in developing new skills or learning from your peers, your juniors, your seniors?
So the second question which I answered to you, the character, I mean, it is something which defines a person. From your very beginning, from wherever you can think of in your entire career or in your entire existence, when you start noticing things and you go into deep of it, you start to create a curiosity even before knowing the word curiosity. You don't stop until you get the reason of it. That is something which help at any point of time. In today's world, when we have a super intelligent brain called AI, many people ask, or many people tell that it can take our jobs, it can do a lot of things. Yes, it will, and it can eventually, but it will not auto think. It will never be thinking that what should I do next.
Yeah. Something novel, new.
Something novel, something new. It cannot create a music of its own.
Yeah.
It can definitely take inspiration from a lot of things, lot of data which has been put inside it, but not a thing of its own. At least I don't see in near future. I don't know about the next decade or so, but with the current compute which we have in technology world, I don't think that is possible. Yes.
You talked about AI. Everyone's talking about AI these days. Some are afraid that it may take up their jobs. I recently made a video about people who don't know how to use AI may be the ones losing their jobs or becoming redundant, but the ones who know how to use that or take that as an empowerment to deliver stuff may still stay relevant. What are your thoughts on it? Anything you want to share?
I mean, industry peers of mine like Mr. Satya Nadella or Pichai or many acclaimed people have talked about this. So I would say I am very little in providing you any kind of further education on it. Since whatever I have heard, that only I can tell, or whatever I read, I can tell. From my reading or from my understanding, it started from early age of industrial revolution. Whenever some kind of automation came, some jobs became redundant, but some other became part of our life, and people started to train themselves, or institution built up in that matter to train people on that subject. And then we have good, I think, and those jobs are paying people very well. So I don't even want people to race and just read every document about AI, just read or just experiment everything in AI. My only suggestion could be just try to give hands-on, try to see where it breaks. Does it able to remember 10 days of data? What you asked 10 days before, does it able to recall? Does it have that long of memory? Because you can recall whatever you have done at, I think, at the age of 6 or 10. Some memories you probably have. Those memories are making you as a person and affecting your decisions, as I earlier also said. But can AI do that? It's very difficult. Few people like Arvind Srinivasan of Perplexity, what he is suggesting, I was reading an article of him yesterday, and he was saying that curiosity is something which AI will not be able to take, and second is the compute which can be brought in the form of our device, where the intelligence could be provided to any particular person without relying on big data centers called Google Cloud or Amazon warehouse, Amazon Web Services. When the intelligence would be so cheap, I think it will bring more democracy in terms of thinking. Me and you or other people who doesn't even know about computer science as per the subject
still have the opportunity
Still
to
have the
explore and use. All right, that was awesome and a lot of food for thought. I want to switch gears now a little bit and want to talk a little bit about your experience working in large MNCs and then also working in startups, and how is that different, and what kind of learnings do individuals and young aspiring leaders get from both these setups?
I again would say I don't know how many people I would have affected so far in my life with my decisions. But as I earlier said, it is purely your instinct, what you want to do, what you want to explore before you call it a day. I wanted to see the every part of computer engineering. Then I saw some more inspirational people who were doing better things, not in terms of engineering, but in terms of businesses. So I thought to get into that as well. I might not be the best of them, or I not be at, not at, what do you say? I'm not at far. I would be very far from their imaginations, whatever they might be thinking. But one thing is for sure, that as a human, I want to experiment. And that's what I can tell everyone, that it is your life. Yeah. If you are earning sufficient, you should experiment.
Try something new.
Try something.
Okay. All right. And another note on this was, when you work, you work at different capacities at different levels in your career. Most of us start as individual contributors and then move up the ladder to become leaders, helping other team members grow and find their own footing. How easy or difficult that transition is? Do you have to let go of some things? Is there some challenge that you faced when you had this transition? Anything on that?
I think what I learned is that in leadership you have to deal with human behavior. I always thought that it could be system thinking, it could be something which could be expected of my role as a head of engineering or as a head of product or whatever. But it came down to that you have to deal with humans. And when I was individual contributor, I didn't have to deal with a lot of humans. I have to just do my work and impress my manager to get my appraisal done. Yeah. But when I first opened my company, I got fresh talent, and while nurturing them, while explaining them what I need from them, it helped me a lot and brought something called leadership in me, that people always don't know things, or always not at the same viewpoint which you probably are seeing. Then recently in my career, I observed that you might be very vocal about what your thoughts are as a leader. You might be bashing your team. Most of the times you are howling or growling on your team because whatever you are expecting they are not able to deliver. But what I would suggest, or what right now I am experimenting with myself, is that while you are thinking about it, you could be sympathized. You could have sympathy towards it. And how you can get it is keeping yourself into their shoes. And as I said, it's very basic human behavior. So you have to deal with it. Whatever kind of automation we will be having in coming future, you cannot remove human from the loop. You always have to have or must have a human in the loop. Yeah. And whenever this person comes in, this particular guy comes in, it comes with a lot of variables. And those variables you have to understand. And I think every leader's,
their perceptions.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So every leader's responsibility is to balance them out and try to get what is best for your job.
Okay. So my understanding is that you cannot, like he said, you cannot get humans out of the picture. So one of the key skills that we all must focus on refining is our our relationship management, our stakeholders management. And this has been a very, very insightful few minutes with you. Lots to learn from you, lots more to talk probably in future episodes. But for now, is there any final thought you want to leave our audience with?
Just one thing, keep your eyes always open, keep your hunger always on.
Yeah.
And all the best.
All right. Thank you, Arun. Thank you.